That's exactly what I'm worried about right there. You see he's over there fighting the fire, trying to vent that bitch, all of that. The ship is bugging out. Different sections of the ship is just turning black. You have to walk through it and trust it. And, like, this is kind of not ready. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Trophil here. We are doing a formalized video for once. And I wanted to go over a couple things about the engineering, some videos that I've seen, some hype, some disappointment, and then I want to watch a video about straightforward what it is, and we'll come up with our conclusion. So, this is your boy Trophil with the Trophil Show. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is the first of many to come. And yeah, we're going to just take this moment to talk straight Star Citizen. But without further ado, guys, let's get straight into it. Right here, what I have is a video by Quick. That's Q-U-I-Q. Make sure you guys hit him up if you like this content. Hit his channel up on YouTube. And yeah, let's get it, guys. We're going to figure out what's going on in today's hate with Star Citizen. I had to press F9 twice. Alright. So let's see what's up.
Hello Star Citizen friends, and welcome to this new video on my channel. Today, we are finally covering the upcoming engineering update. I've also taken the time to improve my translations. Nowadays, there are ways and resources available to bring these translations to a very high level. Leave a like, and let's get started with the video.
Okay, let's see what he has to say. You heard him, leave a like if you liked the video.
The call was loud and clear. Star Citizen Alpha 4.5 has been released to all players, with this patch bringing stability, bug fixes, engineering, armor, and ship balance into focus.
Okay.
The old nagging question has returned to divide the community. Would the new engineering gameplay finally make solo piloting capital ships impossible?
Alright, I'm gonna give my opinion on that now, just because I wanna, like, kinda let you guys know I didn't pre-watch these videos, and we're going to kind of see if my mind changes at the end of this. I feel like that'll be a cool little social exercise. So, right now, my opinion of it is I think that it's going to break big ships for a lot of big people. And it's going to make people upset naturally because they spent a lot of money on those ships. And they kind of don't feel like waiting until they can either get a lot of people to join, which is kind of difficult to do. I mean, moderately difficult. I haven't tried the Star Citizen Discord, and I haven't tried most of the chat sometimes, but sometimes I try to chat and I could probably get one or two guys, but never as many as needed to pilot some of these bigger ships with the engineering, because me and my guys was talking about a little earlier, and I think that is just a thing of where it comes to balance, and it just comes to, you got 3 engineers and a Polaris, or yeah, let's say an Idris. We would have 3 engineers just to man that thing right. Even on a, what do you call it? A Polaris, it'd be the same deal, but it's like only, I think, 2 levels instead of 3, and I think most of the components is on 1 level, so it'd be a little easier, but you would still have to have at least 2 or 3 engineers, which I guess your turn gunners, if you don't have enough people to run both, can have something to do while you're flying, which is pretty cool. But as far as soloing big ships is over. As far as solo gameplay, when it comes to smaller ships, I think you'll be limited to only that, and that is going to be the status quo for a while there. But to each his own. I mean, really, I don't have no stake in it because I have a few big ships, but I don't pilot them like that because of that whole problem of not being able to have NPCs or flight blades or anything like that. And the only big ship that I'm really interested in flying is either the Kraken, which isn't out yet, or the Carrack. And those are like the 2 ships that I'm really interested in like getting or flying in game as like a ship that I own. But I want to hear your guys' opinion. Let me know in the comment section below, of course. And yeah, let's see what these guys say. We got 2 videos and then one that just tells us straightforward what's going on. So let's see what these guys say, see if my mind changed a little bit. But as of right now, I think that it's going to be a big bummer to the guys with big ships, and the little guys is going to be kind of a bummer because you have to relearn combat in the small ship now, which I think is going to be kind of entertaining in its own right. because a lot of people are in the game now. They've been playing for a while. They got a lot of money. They probably have a lot of ships. And yeah, it's just no real point in trying to learn every damn thing if it's all going to flip on its head in 2 seconds and possibly be really bad. So I could understand why a lot of people are upset. So let's go ahead and check this out. So as far as if I had to put a word on it, if I'm mad at it or if I like it, I would say I'm neutral because I really don't know what to expect with it. So let's go ahead and check out what these guys got to say, and maybe my mind will change.
Clarification 1. The myth of the solo pilot's death. The debate surrounding engineering has always revolved around Star Citizen's central vision, creating a genuine, entertaining multi-crew experience that goes beyond the traditional roles of pilot and gunner. Engineering opens up this space by tasking crew members with managing systems and damage control. But what does this mean for those who prefer to fly their expensively acquired freighters or capital ships like the Idris alone? Initially, many feared that the engineering mechanics would be overly punitive. Early system tests suggested that the loss of a relay or a fuse could disable an entire ship section and completely cut off power.
Ooh.
A virtually instant game over moment, especially for solo players who couldn't get out of the pilot's seat fast enough. Without engineers on board, large ships would inevitably be far less effective in combat. Adjustment 2, the developer's philosophical shift. Fortunately, Alpha 4.5 marks a clear design pivot. The developers at Cloud Imperium Games have distanced themselves from gameplay that forces players into a no-win scenario. The new revised direction for engineering is not designed to make players' lives miserable, but rather to extend the ship's lifespan during missions and combat. They want players to have fun, not end up in an uncontrollable inferno after every skirmish.
Okay, let's look at this chart real quick because it's kind of interesting. So prepare for the mission, stock up. You means you get your gas, your fuses, all your stuff, your spare parts, your RMC containers, replacement components. It says 2, react, damage malfunctions. Components damaged by fire, mismanaged overheating, or wear and tear, leading to fires and power loss. 3, repair, on-site fixes. Ships with interiors hand tools. Use hand tools for interiors. MFD for single use for single seaters. Single seaters MFD repair. Okay. 2 ways to fight fires: handheld extinguishers or vent to atmosphere. 3, causes of fire: external combat damage, overheating and from mismanagement, malfunctions from high wear and tear. 4, damage control: actively manage systems, replace fuses, extinguish fires, swap components to stay in the fight longer. Okay, so I guess that's the cycle. But yeah, let's get some more into it.
Engineering should provide something to do, but it shouldn't be critical drudgery that is simply boring. This realignment has concrete effects.
It makes sense, but it makes sense on paper. Let's see if it makes sense in practice.
Whereas they used to cut power to a sector entirely upon destruction, they now merely reduce the ship's total power output. This is a crucial difference, as it allows the player to continue making strategic decisions about where to route the remaining energy to keep vital systems running. The dreaded stun lock effect, which rendered the ship immobile, is a thing of the past. Players still need to buy and stock spare fuses, but the immediate death penalty has been defused. Looking ahead, armor, missiles, and automation, the solo survival strategy.
Okay.
Despite the fact that engineering is intended to create a true multi-crew experience, solo players are not lost. There are specific features and future plans that make flying large ships alone or with a skeleton crew viable. First, the power of armor. Armor is a gift for solo players. It offers significant protection against smaller attackers. Large ships will no longer be easily overcome by a few light fighters, as size 3 weapons and below will have little to no effect on heavily armored vessels.
Ooh, I didn't like that.
Point defense turrets, PDCs. These turrets are incredibly useful for lone wolves. They serve as autonomous defense systems by intercepting incoming missiles, torpedoes, and small ships. An important update in Alpha 4.5 states that PDCs can now also target and shoot down bombs, even if they aren't declared as hostile, a necessary protection against bombardment. Third, the future of automation. Cloud Imperium Games will provide AI blades in the future, offering automated functions for turrets and other ship systems.
Okay.
Additionally, NPC crews can be hired to fill the gaps left by human crew members. While they may not reach the performance level of a well-coordinated
I don't
human
like
crew,
this at
they
all.
are definitely better than an unmanned station. Troubleshooting.
For what I'm
because of
looking at
system
least, I
integrity
don't like
alpha,
it.
4.5 includes specific updates for damage control. About 80 ships are already fully prepared for engineering.
That's
Repair
exactly
and
what I'm worried
material
about.
logistics
That's
for pilots
okay.
and single-seater ships and fighters.
That's exactly what I'm worried about right there. You see he's over there fighting the fire, trying to vent that bitch, all of that. The ship is bugging out. Different sections of the ship is just turning black. You have to walk through it and trust it. And, like, this is kind of not ready. And, hold on. Let's see if it's some more, because he's in the cut list now, it looks like.
Repairing components via the MFD multifunction display is a huge relief, as it no longer forces the pilot to leave their seat. A confirmation message appears on the MFD after the repair is complete. Manual repair outside the seat still requires RMC canisters.
Or maybe he's in a
and repair
Clipper.
tool.
Oh no, he's in a
The
Corsair.
tool's repair rate has been increased.
I know that ugly ass
Shops
shit.
now only sell fully filled RMC canisters. However, only size 3 components and smaller can be replaced with the hand tool. Larger
Okay.
parts require stations. The threat of fire remains a serious threat. It consumes oxygen, generates heat, and damages components as well as players. Laser damage is particularly effective at causing this. Components in poor condition due to heat or wear and tear can automatically shut down or cause malfunctions that trigger fires. In cases of severe wear, the probability of a critical component explosion has been updated to 20%.
That's wild.
Firefighting can be done using fire extinguishers, which lower the temperature and put out the fire. Alternatively, you can open doors to space to vent the atmosphere and suffocate the fire. A risky strategy, as you need oxygen yourself.
Why do you need oxygen?
Although Alpha 4.5 has already received many bug fixes, nearly 140, and improvements to engineering and fire mechanics in the PTU, known issues remain, such as errors in the UI ASOP terminals or graphical glitches. My conclusion: engineering is game-changing, but not fatal. The engineering system is fundamentally game-changing and ties together all elements of ship and vehicle gameplay. In 4.5, it is designed so that it is no longer an instant game over if the crew is not fully staffed. Large ships will be less effective without a crew, whether human or eventually NPC controlled. Nevertheless, the strategic realignment, supported by armor and automation aids, allows the solo player to keep their ship alive longer in combat.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair assessment, but the two things that I've seen so far through this, he's been blown up twice. Like, that's something that's a little concerning. Or blown up and thrown out the ship. That's 2 times. And it looks like his buddy shot at him the first time. Or the second time. So, I don't fucking know what's going on with this shit. But the first time he showed it is exactly what I'm scared of. It looked like he was in a medium class ship. Nothing too serious. And his ass got blown the fuck up. Like, that shit is so fucking, like, pissy. That shit will piss me the fuck off. Game changing or not, it'd be game changing in the wrong direction if it's doing that a lot. Especially in a medium ship. That wasn't even a large ship. That was just a medium ship. So, let's see what he has to say. We'll see some more of the video. Check it out. Come on.
Engineering is therefore not a barrier, but a strategic challenge that well-prepared solo players can master by choosing the right components and loadouts. The era of inescapable, crippling engineering penalties is over. The architect's voice, Lyman, confirms the pivot. The excitement in the community was palpable when the Alpha 4.5 patch transitioned into the PTU testing phase, but the final confirmation of the course correction came from the very top. In a rare insight, an Inside Star Citizen special, Thorsten Lyman, one of the lead developers of the engineering system, spoke about the evolution of this absolutely enormous beast that has
comment to the video if you want to
years.
see me react to that, because I did see that one and I wasn't planning on reacting to it, but we can.
Constant reaction from players and kept them on their toes was not classified as particularly entertaining. It wasn't enough to simply give players something to do. The task distracted too much attention from the core gameplay. The new, now final design philosophy represents a clear turnaround executed by CIG. Engineering gameplay is intended to extend the lifespan of ships, rather than making life on board unbearable for players. Although technically all mechanisms discussed in previous presentations still apply, the main direction of the feature has changed. The ABCs of prevention and the mitigated threat. Lyman highlighted that the first and most important aspect of engineering is prevention, preparation for the journey. This manifests...
Okay, I think we're going to leave the video there because now he's just recapping the video that I already seen. So, yeah, I don't know what to think of it so far. So far, I'm a little bit more turned off because he's saying one thing, but then he showed a completely different thing, and it kind of pissed me off. So, let me know how you feel in the comment section below. As always, hit that like button for me too. We're going to move on to the next video. So, essentially, so far, I'm a little bit more pissed off than I am pissed on. And it's kind of pissing me off even more. Because I just wanted to fucking be able to fly my ships, my big ass ships, call some NPCs in, like Starfield. Sorry to compare it to that. But like Starfield. And be able to do whatever the fuck I want in this game. You know? But we're getting engineering before we're getting the NPCs and the flight blades, which makes it very difficult so far from what I've seen with my own two eyes from the last video we watched. I'm feeling like this is going to be somewhat of a big blender when it comes out. Big blunder when it comes out, I meant. And it's going to be an issue, bro. I really do believe that. But that's my opinion so far. I watched one video. My opinion got even worse than where we started. So let's see what Captain Foxley or Foxy Loxy has to say about it. Make sure you guys hit his sub button, his likes, and all that stuff. I'm already subbed to him. He's getting a like for the Carrick. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video half as much as I enjoyed making it. Let's get straight into it.
Citizen Tech Preview Engineering Testing Part 5. In this video, we're going to talk about repairing, which is the most important aspect of engineering. Even though I want to test a few more ships before I make this video. But unfortunately, Tech Preview channel is closed as of this morning. However, I've gathered enough information about repairing, which we can educate ourselves about every essential aspect of repairing in the Star Citizen engineering gameplay. First of all, how can we repair a damaged ship, as well as all the damaged components, weapons, thrusters, as well as ship hulls?
That ship is so beautiful, bro.
Ways we can do that. First way, as we all know, we can repair a ship in a station landing pad. As well as the landing pad is not bugged, we can always pay to repair. Even we lose weapons, we can pay them to get our weapon back. Whatever components that's damaged, we can do a repair to restore them. Second way is with the handheld repairing tools. Currently, we have the small multi-tool salvage and repair tool.
I have one of those.
Big Cambio SRT salvage and repair tool. And these tools is going to be our major focus for this video. Third way is the new diagnostic repair, which is the diagnostic page on your MFD. There is a button on the top right corner. When you click it, you can initiate all components repair, or you can simply click individual components for repair. However, the diagnostic repair has limitations.
I like that.
First of all, it can only repair a 0 health component. Means your component has to be completely destroyed.
See?
And then
See? That's another one, bro. That's another one that was destroyed fucking with the engineering, but he's making a video too. But he was fucking with the engineering. In a minute he was doing this, he wasn't. And right then and there, he got fucked up. Real bad. Look at that. That's so fucked. That's what I'm talking about right there. I keep seeing the same shit with my own two eyes. And they're telling me different.
Will have the option to do the diagnostic repair. Second limitation is you can only restore component health to 20%. That's it. And third limitation is you can only use it once. If you use it once and your component is dead again, then you have to take your ship to a station's landing pad to initiate a repair. Once your ship is repaired in a station, the one-time diagnostic repair will be restored.
Okay.
So you have another chance to do a
that makes
20%
sense.
health diagnostic repair. The next way of repairing is in a ship, which is not currently in-game yet. So the ship that can do repair are the capital ships, the Idris, the Polaris, as well as the Ironclad Assault.
Damn, it looks like it's fire all over that bitch.
Some other dedicated repair ship. On those ships, you can do ship repair.
That looks like plasma damage. That's pretty cool.
Eventually, it will be. So that's the 3+1 way that we can do ship repair. Second question, what can we repair? Now, this is the beauty of engineering. Because of the maelstrom is slowly implemented in the game, especially with engineering gameplay, we can repair all sorts of things in great detail. We can repair any physicalized ship components.
Okay.
Yes, only physicalized ship components from size 0 to size 4, the capital size. You can repair all the components on the Polaris, even though some of the components is fixed. You cannot tractor it, you cannot move them, but when you hover on it, you can repair them. Which means in order for engineering to be fully in-game, we need all the flyable ships to have physicalized components.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, some ships will have engineering gameplay. Some ships we do not. So only physicalized components can be repaired, and all sizes. Also, any ship weapons, any turret base, any PDCs, any missiles as well as missile racks, any bombs can be repaired individually. And then any
Okay, I see the little UI change there.
main thrusters, individual thrusters, whether big or small, main thrusters, any maneuvering thrusters can be repaired individually. So if your ship has a torque imbalance and you feel like you cannot control the ship, which means one of your thrusters or multiple thrusters has been damaged, and you need to take your repair tool out and look for that damaged thruster and repair it. You can also repair any of the ship hulls. Usually your ship is divided into different parts. When you hover a certain part, you will have a blue or orange or even red highlight, which means this is the part that you can do repair. So for any part of the ship hulls, you can repair. However, there is a limitation for it. During my test, the ship hulls can only be repaired to 90%. If your ship is damaged, for example, your ship hull is like 10% hull left, and you repair, eventually you can only restore the ship hull to 90% of health. Now, there is another question which I really want to test.
I like that though. That's something I like. Okay.
Is closed. This question is, can we repair a soft death ship? Meaning, if your ship hull goes to 0 health and all your components are destroyed inside the ship, can we repair a soft death ship to bring it to life? Restore the hull to 90% of health and restore all the components' health. Can we do that?
That's something I want to do.
I want to find out. However, eventually this is going to be a thing. Because CIG said that hard death is going to be removed eventually. And all the ships will be soft death. Whether you lose a engine part or whether your hull completely destroyed, you can always repair a ship to bring it back to life.
I like
that's
that.
The direction it is going. And I hope that can be also implemented in the engineering gameplay, because that's very important.
Because people without insurance is going to have to be forced to repair that bitch. I like that.
Repair it and take it back for yourself. During our test, we are also able to repair any of the ship ramps and some of the ship doors. If the ship door is destroyed, as long as you have a highlight for that door, you can repair it. But some of the doors are bugged. They're inside the ship, so I'm not able to target it and repair it.
Gotcha.
If you can target a ship door, you can repair it.
I love
Next
it.
Question is how to repair with a repairing tool. So you can use both the small salvage and repair multi-tool as well as the Cambio SRT to repair.
I have one of those.
You must first get the RMC canisters. The small salvage tool, you have a small canister. For the Cambio SRT, you have a much bigger canister. These are your ammos. So
Okay.
you have to equip these canister first. And then you must also do some RMC salvage with your repair tool. You must have the materials inside the canister before you can do any repair. And if you're asking what is the consumption rate for the RMC inside your canister, I can tell you that the consumption rate is very, very low. If you get a full canisters of Cambio SRT RMC, you don't have to worry about getting it again for a very long time. You can repair a lot of ship components or hulls and weapons with even half of the canister. So that is not a big problem. Hold left mouse button on your tool to salvage.
You made Africa.
Hold right mouse button on your tool to repair. And for some components and weapons,
Simple enough.
if you want to do repair, right angle. You need to see the highlights as well as the descriptions. And then hold the right mouse button. You will initiate a repair. You need to keep holding it to do continuous repair. The small salvage and repair multi-tool, the repairing speed is much slower than the SRT's repairing speed. Now here is something very important. The bigger the component size, the bigger the size of the weapon, and the bigger the thrusters, the slower it takes to repair. And the more people repairing the same component, the faster it takes to repair.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Weapon. And for the ship house, the repair is almost instant, which means the smaller the ship, the faster it takes to repair its components. But for the bigger ships, for example, the Carrack, the Polaris, or even the Idris, if you have damaged components, damaged weapons, and damaged thrusters, one person with a Cambio SRT to repair all of those is gonna take forever.
Makes
so the
sense.
bigger the ship, the more engineers you need to repair the components together. And
That makes sense because you need more engineers to maintain.
What? Or together, what do we repair first? For example, during combat, you have destroyed thrusters. You need to restore that thruster first. Or you have a destroyed power plant. You need to come together and restore that power plant.
That'd be pretty fun if you have a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie.
Combat.
But by yourself, it's a pain in the ass. And my prompt is for the solo player. Is it about to get nerfed, like significantly? Because fucking when you're playing with friends, this sounds fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's way better than just hanging out inside of the ship until we get somewhere. Not gonna lie.
It is to restore that component health or weapon or thruster. And a lot of times during combat, you also need to assign certain engineer to a specific component compartment. Tell him or her, you just keep repairing while we keep fighting. So one person to repair all those components is not enough.
No, it's not.
You need a full engineering crew on board, especially for capital ships, in order for the ship to function during a heavy combat.
That's what I'm thinking.
Is the beauty of engineering.
It's fun.
It will make a multi-crew ship really multi-crew.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's easy to become a sitting duck, especially in combat.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
You cannot use your whether multi-tool repair tool or the Cambio SRT repair tool in Armistice. So if your ship is damaged or your power plant has been destroyed in Armistice zone,
Go
you've
park
already
that
used
bitch.
up your one-time diagnostic repair, then you're screwed because you cannot repair any component anymore in Armistice. So I hope that can be changed. Sometimes you do need to do something.
Why would you soft def in Armistice though?
But currently, we cannot. Oh, one more thing. A lot of the times, a damaged component is always associated with fire. Remember that thing? So the engineers not only have to equip the tools for repairing, but he or she must also be prepared to fight the fire at any time. The fire will ignite with a damaged, especially with a destroyed component. And the fire can spread. So engineers must also deal with fire as well. And that is
It sounds fun to be on a crew.
Aspect of engineering ship repair. Thanks for watching.
They're both 100%. Okay, power plant's on. I just turned it on.
engineering. Yeah, you turn it on.
It's
Let
on.
me see the temperature.
They better bump up the pay for
It
these
says-
missions.
Oh,
Coolers are on. Coolers are on. Coolers are on.
cooler, no power.
I just turned them on.
But it says
Yeah.
no power though.
So what I can see is both coolers are 100%. The power plant, I've got two power plants. One's 100, one's 98. The quantum drive is working. The radar is working. The shield generator is working. The only thing that's not working is the life support generator and the jump module.
But the problem right now is the power plant, even though it health is good, but you cannot turn it on because it's on fire, right? So if power plant is not on, you cannot power on all other components. So the problem right now is we cannot put off this fire. Something must be bugged.
Worth opening
Okay.
your lock ports. Take it out when it gets on. Flying time.
Bro, I hate being right. But, bro, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to end the video there. Give him a like. Captain Foxy Loxy makes some good content. I'm not going to steal all of the content, so make sure you go check him out if you want to see the rest of it. Hit my comment section below to tell me how you feel about it, because I'm most certainly right now about to tell you how I feel about it. And how I feel about it is it confirmed my suspicions. I haven't played the PTU because I didn't want to use the storage up, especially because it's going to drop whenever. So, honestly, I'm still neutral in the sense that I'm excited for doing it with friends. But as far as taking a flight out in your own ship by yourself right now, and it's too big, I wouldn't do it. Like, if that's dead, you're going to get on whoever ship has the big ship out first. That's pretty much it. If you're on the game first, you got the big ship out, everybody gets on your ship. It'll be a lot more fun to ride with people than to ride your own ship at that point. Like, and fighters, I can see that being useful. It adds a little bit of balance, almost like squadrons, which is kind of cool. And yeah, let me know how you guys feel about it in the comment section below. I'm definitely not as pissed off as I was. And yeah, let me know how you feel. Like that comment, hit that subscribe button, and thank you for coming to one of my first videos that's pre-recorded. Thank you. I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Look, mama out just tripping, gotta make it out the bullshit. Dope all in my sock, I'm trying to make it double too quick. If you trying to talk, it should be money, no excuses. True Illuminati on the lumens, riding on the wider body.